What is up, you guys? Nas is back with another video. And this one I'm pretty excited about because it's a little different. I've taken you guys behind the scenes of how I shoot my content, giving you plenty of tips and tricks on how to improve the quality of your content. But today we're gonna dig a little bit deeper. So if you're interested in going a little bit deeper with your girl, go ahead and keep on watching. So I was on live not too long ago and we got on the topic of basically creating multiple pieces of content out of one piece of content that you're actually shooting. So I figured, because we're talking about this and because the girls had so many questions even after I got off that live, I decided to make a video and take you guys behind the scenes of how I create my actual content. I thought this was super important to make because not all of us have help and not all of us have assistants and people that can be with us 24/7 whenever we get an idea to create some content. I think it's super important to know exactly how to shoot content, especially when you start getting into the groove of really pumping out content. You want to have some type of flow. So I'm gonna take you guys behind the scenes of how I brainstorm and come up with the concepts that you guys see on my social media platforms. Now, the process that I'm going to be showing you guys would typically be used if I was launching something or maybe creating a series where I need to capture specific content. Now, today was kind of like a willy-nilly, I just need some content, I just need some pictures because your girl's running low. But are we ever really running low? Basically, I'm gonna take you behind the scenes, step by step, showing you how I would map out my content. That way, actual shoot day goes by seamless. The first thing I would think about is if I want to shoot at home, am I shooting outside? Am I shooting at a studio? Figure out your location. This is gonna be super important because this also helps you figure out what you should be wearing. Also helps you understand how much time you have to actually shoot. Now, if you're at home, you have all day. Well, you know, more time than you would if you were actually renting out a studio. You have to pay for the studio, girl. So you wanna make sure that you're getting your money's worth. When you are choosing a location, think of places that speak to your overall brand. And even if that's at home, make sure you're using specific areas of your home that speak to your brand. And I don't want to hear none of that, I don't like my home, it's not aesthetically pleasing, I wish I had better lighting, or I wish I had better this. We're in the era of using what you got, baby, to get you to where you're trying to go, okay? You figure out if you're going to be shooting in your home or shooting at a studio or renting out a space, or even if you're going to be shooting outside. Now it's time to put together your looks. This is probably one of my favorite parts. You can't tell, your girl loves a cute outfit, honey. So I love putting together different looks for my content. Figure out how many looks exactly you're gonna need. Are you just shooting 2 looks? Are you shooting 3? I'm gonna give you a little tip. Say I am just looking to shoot just 2 looks, I'm always gonna bring an extra shirt or a different pair of pants. I can make those 2 looks into 4 looks, just in case I end up having extra time to shoot. Especially if I'm renting out a studio, I wanna make the most of my time. So I will sneak in an extra pant or extra shirt here and there. When it comes to my outfits also, I tend to like to wear things that are not gonna date my images. Meaning I don't wanna wear a shirt that says Merry Christmas, because how many times can I wear a shirt that says Merry Christmas? I wanna be able to repurpose my content over and over again. And that's why in a lot of my images, you see pretty much neutral colors and neutral tones. One, it matches my aesthetic, but also I can wear these colors year round. Next is gonna be time to pack that bag, girl. Now when it comes to equipment, I would say I don't carry that much. However, you may think it's a lot. I know some people that just have their phone and a tripod and they're good to go. That's great for them. However, you guys are here to understand the flow of how I do things, so I'm gonna keep it real with you. So I bring my G7X, which I'm recording on right now. I use this is primarily my vlogging camera, but I decided to shoot this video on this camera today. Now, if I'm renting out a studio, I really like to pay attention to the lighting, especially if you're on Peerspace. It'll tell you if there's natural lighting or if it's no lighting at all. Then you'll know whether or not to go with that space, or if you need to bring artificial light. I don't typically travel with my lights. I don't typically travel with my lights. However, I do have a set of lights at my studio that I can use if I need to. I also travel with my Canon 90D, and the camera I typically shoot on, like those are where my actual pictures are on, and then my videos typically come from the G7X. So I'll usually have a tripod for my G7X, a tripod for my Canon 90D, and I'm simultaneously getting B-roll content. I'm also shooting videos. I'm also able to get photos. I always have to have my remote, my universal wireless remote. It just works way better. As you'll see in some of the clips coming up, I like to have that remote just because it allows me to have access to my phone when I need to, whether that's looking up sounds for TikTok for videos or extra device that I can use to capture more B-roll. Especially if you are traveling with a friend, give them your phone, honey, and tell them, girl, get some behind the scenes footage of me. And then lastly, it's pretty much a suitcase. I'm packing my clothes inside of the suitcase as well as my accessories. And typically it's like a carry-on size. And I just like to pack my outfits, my shoes, accessories, a little makeup kit in case I need to touch up anything. And sometimes, girl, I will throw in an extra wig, okay? And probably the most important thing, actual visuals. I keep everything that I want to do, my concepts, my ideas inside of Milanote. Milanote's a platform that I've been using for about 2 years now. I absolutely love it. I plan out my shoots like that. I plan out my clients' shoots like that. I use it to communicate with my clients, to create mood boards. It is amazing. Actually, I really love it when it comes to mapping out my ideas for different concepts. Now I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you visuals of a Milanote, typically how I would use Milanote when I am planning out different content concepts and stuff like that. So, all right, you guys. So right now you are inside of my Milanote tab, specifically my March and April tab. So I want to show you guys basically what I would do, how I would use Milanote. So when it comes to important dates, I haven't really filled this out. I just went in and threw a few things in there that I know off the top of my head, just to give you guys a visual of how I would use Milanote or how you can use Milanote. Now I love to have like important dates. I also like to, I like to think of the dates that are important to me. So not just like National Ice Cream Day or National Hopscotch Day and stuff like that. I think those are great. Those are cool. But those can't really speak to my brand. Yes, I like ice cream, but how likely is it that I'm going to post something about ice cream on my page? Not very likely. So instead, think of the things that you really want to do. Think of the goals that you made for yourself. Can those be placed in March? Can those be placed in April or whatever month? And put them in here. The thing that I like about Milanote though, say for instance, I'll be launching my tour dates in the cities really soon. So maybe there's a specific date that I want to do that by. I can put the due date in here and I can set it for March 1st. That way I can see exactly what it is that I need to be working on over the other things, especially if it is specific content that I need to be creating. I can look at the due date and figure out like, okay, maybe I should start talking about the launch instead of the workshop, or vice versa. But that's another reason why I really like Milanote. The way that they organize things, it's just chef's kiss. So for instance, I have March and April in here. Now I have the objective. The objective for March and April for me is going to be promote my new tour, show up as a content creator / influencer, because I'm not taking as many clients as I used to because I am focusing on my content creation and influencing. So I want that to be at the forefront of everything that I do. Make sure that I'm showing up as an influencer that I know I am, okay? That way I can make sure that I'm securing the deals that I'm trying to secure, okay? And then also my community, my membership, and then experience personality, especially with this tour coming up. I really want to showcase the experience that people are going to get when they do sign up, and just make sure that I'm capturing that content as well. And these are also good things for my assistant to know. Once I get her on board. Yes, your girl finally has an assistant, honey. But yes, once I get her on board, these are good things. I can add her here as well. And then, we can throw ideas back and forth. Now I'm going to take you inside of the home content because this is the content that we actually created today. So inside of the home content, you can kind of see, I have on the denim look right now. So inside of the home content, you can kind of see how I broke everything down. This is basically like if I wanted to break my looks down. So I have a look 1, dressy casual, cozy casual, then business casual. I know some people will be like, girl, that is not business casual with that hat, but it's business casual to me, okay? So these are some of the looks that I went for, and they turned out great. You guys will see that in the video, but this also just helps me keep everything organized as far as the looks that I'm trying to put together. I get the inspiration from Pinterest. I look through, scour through the images, and then I bring them over to Milanote. That way, also, if you are traveling, this is great because you know exactly what you should be packing and what you should not be packing. You don't want to overpack. You want to get straight in that studio, especially if you are renting out a space. Get straight in there and get straight to business, okay? You can even put poses inside of here. Sometimes I know how hard it can be coming up with different poses and different things like that, but you can have your posing, you can have your looks, you can have your makeup looks, you can have the videos that you want to do. All of that can be inside of Milanote. This is exactly how I use it. I also use Milanote for my YouTube content. Now over here, I just threw this up here. I don't want to let you guys like inside my business, so I'm just breaking it down on how you can use it for YouTube as well. So you can have your different categories that you speak about or that you talk about when it comes to your YouTube video to keep you more organized. outside of just good old paper and pen. I love me a good paper and pen, but sometimes it's nice to have everything in one space. So I do have a YouTube folder where you can see I have my beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. I actually did film a beauty video today. I did a beauty TikTok video. I also did a beauty YouTube video as well. And then as you see right now, taking my own pics, this was due for me to film today. So I am filming this today. All right, so now I gave you guys a look inside of my Milanote and how I organize and keep everything cool and copacetic. I'll show you guys how I use it, what I use it for. So hopefully that helps you out when it comes to planning your next shoot. I'm gonna give you guys an inside look of how I typically would shoot my own content. Basically what I'm showing you now is the setup. Here's my little mirror. Here's the makeup that I'm gonna be using, more makeup that I'm gonna be using. I have my iPad here in case I need to refer back to any of my notes or anything that's inside of Milanote, anything that I really wanna talk about. And I also have a light right here. My camera setup is right here. So I have my DSLR, which is the Canon 90D, and then I have my vlog camera. It's facing the opposite way because I was trying to look at the settings. And then I have a ring light right here, so just to like bounce off some of the light that this light is giving and that the window is giving. I also have a light behind me which is going to project on kind of like my, you know, my little bookshelf back here. That way it looks just it looks more crisp. I'll show you guys what it looks like with and without it. I don't know if you guys can tell. Maybe I'll actually record. That's probably smarter. I'll record what it looks like with and without it. Be right back. Okay, now this is what it looks like without it. Here we are. So it's nothing wrong with it. I just like the way that it looks with the light behind me. A lot of creators would like change out the light and make it like red or green or blue or orange. I don't have any gel filters, so I'm just using the warm setting on my panel light. Okay, so this is a better example of how I get two pieces of content for the same type of video that I'm shooting. So I have my G7X vertically for my, you know, Instagram, YouTube, YouTube shorts, TikToks, and then I have my DSLR. This is the camera that I'm gonna use for my YouTube videos. And yeah, this camera likes to turn off when I get to around like 20-25 minutes. I usually end up doing like 2 takes or, you know, recording twice, if that makes sense. So instead of it going all the way through, my camera just won't allow me to do that. So I end up just turning it on twice. So I end up pressing record twice. However, with this one, I don't want all of that footage. One, because it just takes up space on my cards and I really don't need that much space. I'm just trying to create clips and show you clips of what it is that I'm doing, basically highlighting what I'm gonna be doing in the YouTube video. So I don't need a very, very long video. All I need are little clips. So often I'll just pop on, record like maybe the intro, maybe record like basically anytime I'm about to do something different with my makeup or with my hair, or anytime I'm moving on to like the next step, I'll press record like 5 seconds of it and then turn it off. And then I'll keep doing that. Yes, it is a bunch of little clips. However, it just allows me to save space on my memory card, and then it makes editing way easier than having to like scrub through that long video just trying to find the 2-second clip that you make, right? So yeah, if you do not have a second camera, use your phone, okay? I highly recommend use your phone. Just turn it vertically, set it up, and do the same exact thing. Record small little snippets, clips. You can even record right in TikTok if you want to. But yeah, it just makes it a lot easier than trying to record everything. Makes it a lot easier than trying to record everything on this camera and then cropping it. Sometimes the quality can be compromised. It just no. For cleaner and crisper content, just go ahead and set up your camera. So when I'm creating my mood board, when I'm trying to figure out the outfits that I want to wear, I typically already have an idea. When it comes to me pulling inspiration as far as like the wardrobe and how I want to look in the images, I tend to stay within the realm of what I already have instead of me getting inspired by something, screenshotting it, and then throwing it up on my mood board just because it looks dope and it looks cool. I gotta be realistic. Like, what do I have in my closet right now? Especially if you're trying to create content in that moment, or tomorrow, or that same week. Who has time to be shopping and doing the things, right? We're trying to get this content out, we're trying to take the pictures, and we're just trying to, you know, deliver it. So with me knowing my wardrobe and being familiar with the things that I already have, denim on denim is not hard for me. I know I have at least 3 denim jackets. I know I have tons of denim, easily. I could just make a denim on denim look. Also with the white button-up look, if you can't tell, I have quite a few white button-ups. But what I do like to do is pull at least 2 similar items. That way when I try them on, I know exactly what I'm pairing with the bottoms or with the top. Because I can easily say white button-up and then blue denim, but because I have so many different types of blue denim, I may want to wear like a light wash denim, or I might want to see what that looks like with a dark denim. So I'll pull out a dark denim and a light wash denim and then try it on, especially if I am taking the picture somewhere else. I don't want to overpack, so I will try it on and then figure out which one I want to wear from there, and then bring it with me to wherever I want to shoot at. But because I'm at home and we're shooting inside of the house today, I'm gonna keep it simple. But I'm gonna throw that in there, especially when it comes to like packing tips, when you are going to like a different space, a hotel, a creative studio, whatever the case may be. You want to make sure that you don't overpack. Literally pack the things that you are going to be shooting, okay? Because bags can get heavy. And most of the times you are renting a space, so whether that be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you want to make sure that you're making the most of your time and not managing through things that you probably should not have put in your bag in the first place. So here's another tip. Now I do have a cream hat like the one that is in the inspiration pic. However, the black blazer that is in the inspiration pic, I cannot find my black blazer. But I still want to do a blazer and a hat type of look. Now, I don't want to do the cream on cream. I've actually done this before. I believe I've done it in a YouTube video. But I think I want to do a darker one now. I have this hat, but I also have this hat. Before you question me and say, girl, that is not business casual. This is business casual for me. Okay. And that's another thing to remember when you are taking your pictures that are going to speak to you and your brand. Okay, not what other people are going to take away from it, not how you think you should be dressing, but how you actually dress, what is authentic to you. So I am a hat girl. I always get compliments about my hats. I wear so many New York hats, people think I am from New York, but no, I just like the symbol. Yeah, and right now I'm going between this hat and this hat. So this one is like, this one is more of like a trucker hat, which I like. I think it's cute, but what I think can be a little bit distracting, the words, but I don't know. I think this could really look cute in pictures though. I think I'm gonna go with this one. And then I'm gonna get some jewelry, because something about this dark hat with the jewelry, like gold jewelry, is speaking to me. So we're gonna dress up this look, and then we're about to take our first set of pictures. Yeah, I like this hat better. I like this hat better. Now I have you guys vertical because I want you to understand how everything that you record can be multiple pieces of content. Now, just because I'm filming a video showing you how I take my own pictures and how I shoot my own videos does not mean that I can't be taking advantage of this outfit that we're putting together. Matter of fact, all of the outfits that we've put together on the mood board that we are creating for this video specifically. Now, what I mean by that is, well, this is a whole TikTok get ready with me. It could be a voiceless TikTok get ready with me. The first look that I think we're gonna do, I have not done a look sitting on my counter. Another thing you can do when you're planning out your videos, you can actually set up your scenes. Now, I just did home because I'm just gonna be using my entire house. But if you wanted to be more specific, you could do kitchen, and then you could find kitchen looks, right? Different poses, maybe different settings, different props, things like that. But because I'm just kind of like willy-nilly in it and I just need some content, I'm just gonna see how I like this look sitting on top of the counter. I'm gonna set up my camera, and I am gonna shoot vertical. A lot of the times I'm shooting vertically. It is highly unlikely that I ever take a picture like horizontally anymore. It's very rare, I should say. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this camera, and then I'll show you guys how I'm going to take those pictures. So I have my camera tilted already to the side because, like I said, I'm shooting vertical video or vertical photos. Now I do have an external flash on my camera because I'm not too sure like how the lighting is going to be. My home in my upstairs only has access outside in 2 different areas. That's the living room, and then that's the dining room where I'm currently standing. So it's not a lot of light in here, so I don't want my pictures to be super grainy or anything like that, and I don't want to compromise the images by turning up my ISO way too much. So I'm going to use the flash to see how these turn out. I'm going to extend the tripod, this little area on the tripod, because I just want to make sure that I'm getting a good shot. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that up. But I'm gonna see what a few of these test shots look like using my little camera. Make sure you guys are looking inside of the lens and not at the viewfinder, because we can tell. All right, so I think we did pretty good with those shots. What I'm going to do now is grab visuals of me being in that space. Now, this is an example of maybe I'm going to be flipping through a magazine or scrolling through my iPad or maybe even on my laptop. I want a visual of that in that same space. That way I can use that picture for a filler photo or whatever the case may be. But remember, as much as you're taking pictures, you want to make sure that you're getting B-roll, and you want to make sure that you're getting videos as well. That way you can interchange those pieces of content, use them over and over again. You always have B-roll content that you can put words over or voiceovers over. So I'm going to look productive. This will be a productive shot. Maybe I'll lean up against the island or something like that, scrolling or something. But yeah, I'm gonna take it with this. Typically I would use the camera that I have you guys on right now, but because I am recording and showing you guys the behind the scenes, I'm just gonna use this, and it's already set in vertical mode. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this, I'm gonna switch the settings to record, and yeah, I'll just show you guys what that's gonna look like. Okay, so now we did our little B-roll. We have our pictures. Now I'm gonna open up my phone and I'm going to go through my saved TikTok sounds just to see if there's anything that I could create in this look. Also go through my content ideas that I have inside of Milanote and think of any topics that I could talk about in this look. Because you don't have to be specifically dressed a certain way, I like to pull like 3 to 5 different topics or things that I want to talk about, or even just videos that I want to mimic or, you know, lip sync to while I'm already dressed up. Instead of me waiting until I'm going on date night or going out with friends when I'm dressed up to then create TikToks and stuff. No. We do on our YouTube videos, we batching our pictures, and we're doing our TikToks and Instagrams while we're dressed up. That way you can get the most out of your time and batch create and not have to think about what to create because you're already dressed, boo. You're already dressed. So let's go inside this phone and see what we got.
Everybody was trying to be like, oh, she a one-hit wonder, da da da. But it's like, now what? 2-hit wonder? Everybody was trying to be like, oh, she a one-hit wonder, da da da.
We're using this.
Like,
boom, like, I got it, period. Also, remember, sometimes the sounds that you end up finding, like this one was not in my saved sounds. So I did see it, but it wasn't in my saved sounds. Sometimes you can end up recording something and not having the actual sound, which is a pain in the butt trying to find it. But make sure that you guys are saving them to your device. That way when it's time for you to upload and edit and then sync it, that way when I am uploading it to TikTok or Instagram, it's seamless and I don't have to go and search for the sound. All right, y'all, first look is done. Now I'm about to go ahead and get dressed and do the other looks. I probably won't film everything, but I will show you guys a little bit of the behind the scenes and then we'll chat some more. This is like a bonus piece of content that I'm throwing in here. I actually was not gonna film this. However, when you are filming content, you do typically get hungry. Now, it is going on 4 o'clock and the last thing I ate was breakfast. So I'm hungry and moving around, filming, talking, you're exerting a lot of energy. So I was like, I wanna make a smoothie. Now, this is the perfect opportunity, creating content out of stuff that you were gonna do anyways. Now, I was gonna make a smoothie regardless, but because I am filming, I figured I'd show you guys me making this smoothie, but I also am going to film a reel or a TikTok or, you know, a vertical video of me making a smoothie also. I'm also gonna take pictures of this brand, specifically because I just picked this up, and I don't know if you guys know or not or checked out my last vlog, but your girl's been consistent with her weight, her eating, weight training, eating, and all of those different things. So I figured, why not incorporate this and tag the brand? This is the perfect opportunity to show yourself to them, let them know that you're really enjoying the product or whatever it is. And it doesn't have to be food. It can be lotion, it could be a perfume, it could be makeup, whatever the case is. Just me here, so I'm not going to be able to get like movement within the video. However, I can definitely show me making a smoothie or my post-workout smoothie. This is typically the smoothie that I would make after I've worked out. I'm going to also film this as a piece of content, and I'm also going to get pictures that I can post with this piece of content. So think of it as UGC sponsored content, but I'm just not getting paid for it. Instead, I'm getting visibility for the brand to potentially partner with them. You guys, that wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was kind of like all over the place, but I really wanted to get very detailed with you guys as far as how I shoot my own content. I know it's not easy, but it can be. It definitely can be easy, especially when you make time for it, and especially when you actually map out and plan what your content shoot is going to look like. This is exactly why I'm going back on tour for the girls. So excited to be going back on my content tour to teach you girls this in real time, how to simplify your content, show up intentionally, and really make sure that your messaging is coming across to your audience. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, like maybe how I edit my videos or how I edit my pictures, go ahead and let me know down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys some results of what we captured today.
Cause I don't wanna hurt nobody. Did it over text, didn't call me. Still got love for your mommy. I know you wanna be somebody, even if you gotta leave somebody. Yes, I'm dirty, yes, I'm dirty. Most of the things I don't wanna say.